I feel some vibe. Let's forget about everything else. Let's forget about Trump. Let's forget about the outside. Just let's concentrate on the vibes and the heat that we can give to the 5 startups that are going to pitch now because they need it. And first, I want to introduce Dave McClure that you hear about. And this is generally good giving punchy feedbacks. Oussama, that is a founder at The Family. And Mathias, which is a VC at Point 9. They're over there as well. They're part of the housewarming. And now, I want that you give a huge round of applause to both the jury and Deckard for the first speech of the night.
Hey, everyone. I'm Michael from Deckard. As you know, nobody likes to write documentation. People don't like to write it because...
Wait. What's your sentence? Don't you have to say one sentence?
One sentence.
One sentence, motherfucker. Come on.
Okay, so the first sentence is we are a software, we're a knowledge management and software collaboration platform for software teams. That's the sentence number 1. And I'm Michael from Deckard. Okay, so my story is this. Everybody hates writing documentation because it gets outdated very fast. And it's kind of, nobody really finds time to write it. We prefer to write code. Like go immediately to code. Then if we want to understand code, it's very difficult to do it as well because, well, somebody else wrote it. It's somewhere there. Well, in so many places, information is in so many places. We don't know exactly where. We don't know who wrote this code. It's difficult to understand it. Also, there are so many different roles on software teams, like project managers, junior developers, senior developers, QA guys, project managers, team leads, and so many different ways in which those guys communicate. And there are so many those paths. These are the ways how those guys communicate. It's kind of pain in the ass. So we see 3 big problems. Those are some of the problems. The first problem is this one. So you have a new developer. You want to have him onboarded. So you want to have him understand the code in 3 months. That's difficult. Second, right now, everybody, like we keep answering the same question over and over again. That's, again, pain in the ass. And that does not make software developers sexy, because apparently, well, if you're saying the same thing all over again, you're never sexy. And then the third guy there, what happens if your senior developer leaves the company? Well, you have a problem. And Deckard is here to help you. So we are this knowledge management and software collaboration platform for software teams. What we do is we help you keep all this data in one place, easily accessible, and perfectly manageable. We allow you to collaborate on this code. We allow you to annotate on particular code snippets in your code so that now you don't have these knowledge management problems anymore. Your code is not naked. We do the who, what, when, where, and why for the code so that software developers are going to get a bit sexier. You know, it's difficult, but we try to do it. And we try to do it in this intelligent way, like we capture, share, and organize information. So Deckard is this thing here on your right, which kind of looks like this app in the sidebar. It helps you, it gives you feedback, it tells you what you should be doing, it gives you information about your particular context, about the particular code you're working on. So what is Deckard? It allows you, what is it doing? We create your knowledge for you with Deckard bots. We allow you to communicate it and annotate, like associate this knowledge with particular places in code. We allow you to navigate through the code much more effectively. And we allow you to find this information very fast, like super sexy way of doing software development. However this sounds, you know, it might be difficult to explain this. We have a lot of integrations.
You use the word sexy a lot.
Yeah, because recently...
I think you have a very different idea of sex than the average person.
That's kind of true. Yeah, so basically, we're trying to make it sexy. Recently, I learned that this is kind of a nice idea to try to show software. The mic isn't a mic. Okay, yeah. Now it's better. Okay, so yeah, apparently yes. So people have different softwares, like Slack, IDEA, like IDEs, GitHub, Jira. We try to connect them all, and we try to put it directly here so that you see everything when you need it, not all the time. We have different versions for different people. And we have very, very cool clients. So we have some of our, like the blockchain community, part of the blockchain community is using us. We started working with Thinkful, one of the largest coding schools in the US. We started to work with a bunch of very exciting companies and very good software developers here in Berlin. Okay, that's Deckard. So software and knowledge management and software collaboration platform for software developers that makes software developers maybe not sexy, but what's the word? If not sexy, then what?
It's your pitch, Doug.
Okay, yeah, I don't know exactly the word, but at least you do have the information and your knowledge, like your code knowledge, is not naked anymore. That's Deckard. That's how you do it.
You said something about making your code naked or not naked. What was that?
Not naked. So basically, what we do is associate code, like particular code with information. So now instead of having just code, you have the code and the context related to that code.
Okay. Breathe. Try to breathe. Like it's. No, because we feel your stress and we should feel joy. So look, there is only nice people in the room. I will give you a tips.
Oh, that's not true. I'm sure there's some assholes out there.
No. Not here, in the valley, yes.
Oh, okay.
You elected Trump.
Oh, fuck.
So, you know, the first time I did a pitch on stage, I passed out and be in the hospital. So I feel your pain. And one of the things I do is to tell myself that everybody's nice, and then it's better. So work on that, because it really destroys most of the value of having like this very stressed sentence. And even if Dev did not help you, he's right, because he's doing his job at putting you in hell. Can we start from the beginning? Because I know your company, so I'm biased. I loved your company. I think you do something great.
Thank you.
But nobody here got it. So can we try back?
I think I got it.
Okay, tell me.
It was like group commentary on code that's somewhat location dependent, or I wasn't quite sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe let's assume that I'm not, but if I were a developer, how does it make my life easier?
Okay, so if you're not a developer, if you are a product manager or this microphone.
I am a developer. Let's
okay.
How do you make my life easier?
If you were not a developer, right?
He's a developer.
I am a developer.
I know it doesn't look like, but
okay, yeah.
I'm
too tall and sexy to be a developer, clearly.
Thanks.
So what was the question again?
How does your product help the target customer, which I assume is a developer?
Okay,
or development team?
So we're helping software developer teams. So we basically, right now, what you have is you have code, like code information in multiple sources. So knowledge is scattered, it's in multiple places. It's you have very many tools like Jira, Confluence, Google Drive, etc., to communicate your code. Also, developers communicate it with each other. What we do is we get this knowledge, we try to put it in one place, and then we allow people to communicate on specific places in code, like annotating code. This is what we're doing. Then, our big vision...
Cross-platform code commentary.
More than that, but that's a very good understanding of what we're doing. That's a very good...
Thanks,
that's
Dave.
already a very good understanding of what we're doing.
In 4 words, anyway.
Yeah, that's a very good understanding. And
Are there other people who do that?
Well, there are a couple of companies that do similar things, not exactly that.
So who are they?
Yeah, so for instance, there is...
No, not who are they. Why are you fucking better? Don't name them.
Okay, yeah, so we're fucking better because...
I've helped this man already.
Okay, so we're fucking better because firstly, we are software developers. We've been doing that for ourselves. We've tested it last 8 months. We know how it works. Secondly, we've invented this mathematical model for the invariance, which allows us to really comment on the particular place in code, and if that file changes, it's still going to work.
That sounds like complete bullshit, but like, let's try and unpack that. we do some magic that helps what happen?
Yeah, so basically what you get to, like, you're working on a particular file.
Yeah.
This file changes. You comment it on this file, and you still can, you have this code connected to that knowledge. So it's not missing. Something changes, you have multiple repositories, you still have access to that information.
So it's like track changes then.
Yeah, but it's much more than that, but this is very close. Yes, that's true.
You described
Close
something
enough.
of what you were talking about before was like this is like AI, but it sounds like it's really more group people commenting.
Okay, so
than
we're
AI.
starting from exactly from the collaboration part. What we have from the AI is basically this, that we allow you to really comment on that code. Then we have Deckard bots that work with software developers on software teams. So our big vision that I'm kind of hiding, maybe not exactly hiding, I'm in front of the public, but our big vision is to really allow software developers, regular software developers, to work with regular machines, like machines on software teams, and this is the part of the AI that we're creating.
So to make their work more efficient.
Yes, for instance, let me give you some examples. For instance, those three guys over there, they're probably not very good developers. You know, those three guys sitting over there. So I would already assume that when you're writing some code, you should help them and you should refactor that code because those three guys are probably spending too much time on that code. Or there are so many different ideas. Like, for instance, this particular file where that guy left like 3 months ago and nobody understands this code anymore. So what can we do about it? Yeah, this guy probably knows something. He hasn't yet left the company. There is a chance he's going to do something about it. Yeah, let's ask him. So this is the proactiveness of the bot. The bot tells the guy, okay, can you please, wanted to use improper word properly, but can you please improve that? All right. Those are the use cases. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, and thanks for having me. Oh, sorry. Oh, perfect. Yes, I like to talk with you about how you can make money and a difference with goats. This is going to be funny, I know.
This doesn't involve anything pornographic, I hope.
No. No. Last year, while I was working for the United Nations, I noticed a major problem with livestock farmers in parts of the world, especially in Somalia, where I come from, that are having a lot of problems in finding new buyers for their animals, especially in drought seasons and dry climates. So I decided to go deeper into this problem and try to understand how I can make a difference. While I was doing that, I also discovered that there is no easy way for people from around the world to invest in livestock and be part of this an old tradition. At the same time, I found out that most people were focused on donations and were not thinking about a more sustainable way to help out or to make a difference. So I thought, and I came up with an idea, a little bit crazy idea of why not enable these farmers sell their animals over the internet. So I created this cool app that allows anyone from anywhere in the world to invest in livestock. Thank you. So basically,
This is like Angel List for goats, right?
No, it's
I'm coming to that.
it's Tinder for goats.
Tinder for goats.
Tinder.
That sounds really wrong.
Okay, so
I don't think it's Tinder for goats, but
Let's see.
basically every animal has a profile in our platform. Users can give a name to their animals. They can follow them and they can get updates from
this
the
is
farmers.
just fucking awesome, right?
Thank you. And we have built also a digital marketplace where users can sell animals to each other and basically make money. At the same time, you can send...
Sorry, can I ask you a question? You said it's hard, especially in dry season. Why is dry season important?
Because when there are droughts, people buy animals, first of all, for meat. And when there are droughts, animals become skinny. So no one wants to eat them. So basically, the farmers can't find new buyers. They can't sell. And that brings them makes their lives hard because they can buy food basically and water for themselves. So through our marketplace, you can sell animals to each other. You can also send animals as gifts to your friends and family. You can donate them.
So wait, you're telling me that you can throw a sheep at someone?
Yeah.
Come on, Facebook 2008, where are you? You guys are all too fucking young.
I was sending vampires.
But
Yeah, okay, sorry.
this is the most important. We can enable farmers to sell their animals all year. And we let them take care of the animals on behalf of our customers. So they still keep the animals for our customers, and we give them financial support when they need them.
Okay, I get it.
So if you see Farmville, it's like Farmville in real life.
right.
You know.
It's the real Farmville.
It's the real Farmville, yeah. There you go. Speaking of market, I don't have to mention livestock is really huge market over the world, over $1 trillion. But in Somalia, where we are active now, it's actually 40% of the country's GDP, and Somalia is already the #1 exporter of goats and sheep in the world. There are about 40 million animals in that country.
Are most of your sales, like, I would think they're local, not international, though, right?
Actually, it's all international. We have, I'll come to the next slide. That's where
Oh, again, you're not moving the animals around, right? So
no, we don't physically move the animals.
So you're just an investor. That's cool.
So we are a business, so we are not a charity, so we make money every time we sell animals to our customers, and we make money every time our customers sell animals to each other. So I launched this in August last year in Stockholm. We so far sold 500 animals in 14 countries, and we have impacted indirectly and directly 200 people.
What does it cost to buy a goat?
$200.
It's quite expensive. Huh?
I guess I understand dollars, but
It's very cheap, actually.
Yeah?
I mean, considering
A full
that
goat.
we have to take care of your goat,
now, do I buy the entire goat or a portion of the goat?
entire one.
And it includes the food for the goat as well.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't have any recurring costs. Yes. So
Wait, can I buy a fractional goat?
no,
You should do a subscription. People
we,
have to pay.
we
No,
may.
really.
This is a typical VC answer, right? Like, I've seen your business for all of 30 seconds. You should do this.
No, I mean,
So,
you have to feed it. Come on.
About me, I'm actually a former nomad. So I grew up in Somalia with livestock and animals, and I have studied IT in India after that. And last job, I worked for the United Nations. I have 4 coordinators in Somalia who are the link between us and the farmers, and I have 2 guys from the Philippines who helped me build the app.
Can I do chickens also?
No, but if you want to buy, that's about it. Go ahead to our website and get a goat or a sheep. Thank you. So now you can ask me whatever all your burning goat questions, I will answer.
Oh, you're buying goat question. This is fascinating.
Thank you.
Yeah, really, really amazing.
So if,
Do you guys have,
go for it.
how many current customers do you have?
About 300 customers from 14 countries.
Okay. Cool. And what's the limit on expanding that market?
There are a lot of animals, so we just
So I guess how do you get somebody to list their goat? You have to. They
we
just do the photo themselves, or?
at the moment that's our main challenge because we work with difficult environments like Somalia, where there is security problems, there are climate problems, and there is lack of internet coverage. So we have to physically go and visit the farmers every 2 weeks.
Sorry, can you repeat that? You are visiting every farmers every 2 weeks physically.
Yes, our coordinators go and travel, and
Take the picture of the goats.
yes,
So you
And
have to like
what
do
is the retention
goat
on your app?
inventory, right?
Yeah, what is the retention for someone buying a goat? Like, do they check the update often? Do they talk to the goat? Do they?
well,
I don't know.
actually, when you get an update, you will get an email notification from us telling you there's a new update about your goat. That could be anything about your goat is pregnant, she's dead, or she's.
If the goat is pregnant, do I get the babies or?
Yes, that's basically your own.
You
So-
do a stock split.
So let me explain.
So
I buy a goat.
Yeah.
The goat has a baby,
Yes.
and I become owner of the baby.
Exactly.
I
And I can sell it,
Yes.
and so I can make profit.
Yes.
Oh.
Now you go.
Wow.
Exactly.
It is Tinder for goats.
Can I buy a male and a female goat
We don't sell
and then breed them myself?
If you can go to Somalia and get them, it's not our problem. Yes, it's your goat. But we don't actually sell male goats just because for reproductive purpose. We only sell female.
Okay.
Okay. And like, how do you make money on this?
We make money when we sell animals to you.
Yeah.
We have 300% profit on it. And when you sell your animals to other users, we have a commission on your sales.
Okay.
But if the fixed price is 200,
When you order from us.
Okay,
you-
because there is a market of the goods with a value, and so
Exactly.
people can auction.
Yes.
so what is the normal price on the market? What is the normal market price then? If it's not your
Local price in
Yes,
Somalia.
yeah.
That's varies depending on season, location. So between 50 up to 150 it can go.
Yeah, but you pay more. It's fine.
Yes.
Just to understand,
This guy's going to get us a better deal, right?
Yeah.
He's going to get a higher price on, for our goat.
Actually, I'm going to start
best
selling
goat deal you
camels
ever
soon,
got.
so
so
that would be more
what is the criteria to get a price increase? Why some people buy more for a goat? Like they do an offer, like, oh, I like your goat, I want it, I'm ready to pay 300. That's how it works.
Yeah, I mean, like, let me show you here.
Do you do
so this is our
glamour-
marketplace. So
do
you see
do
there are
glamour
different prices.
photography for goats?
What?
Do you do glamour photography for goats?
No, we don't.
You should.
You should. yeah.
Airbnb.
This is why exactly it's the same thing. Airbnb, high production quality photos.
Actually,
Jack the price up.
it sounds easy to say, but where we walk, sometimes having a camera can be dangerous. So we work in difficult environments.
Yeah, you know we are white dude with white problems, so it's. So why here there is different price?
Yeah, as a user, you can set your own price. But here you can see this goat's pregnant. So usually pregnant animals can be set higher price. So that's how you basically, how the value of the animals change when their status changes.
old pregnant?
Old, not
Yes.
pregnant. Old, not pregnant. Old, pregnant.
So the value of the goat decrease when older.
Yes, if you were not.
Okay.
I mean, you decide. Because I have people who buy animals for $400 and I have no idea why they do it.
It will be a great idea to discover.
It's just feeling, you know. Maybe you like a goat, you want to buy it.
Have you like done any testing with the names or description or photos to see if you can?
Actually, users set the name, so you can set your. You give the name to your goat.
I've got a great new startup. It does A/B testing for goat pictures and text.
Awesome. Any more questions?
But where do you see this going? Do you want to add more animals, different?
Yes, I want to add more animals and more countries, so we can work with farmers from all over the world, and we can also have more animals. Like right now, we have goats and sheep.
Yeah.
We're gonna add camels in 2 months, and maybe we add cows. I don't know.
And you really see people also, not just me buying one, but also people trading in between.
Yeah.
selling-
We already have customers who made a return on their investments.
Okay.
Yes. So we estimate about 30%, but I have people who made more. 30%? Yes. I have from
It's better than
11%.
this is.
If you're making 30%, the goat's too cheap. But that's cool.
Okay, thank you.
That might have been worth the trip right there.
Hello, my name is Deckard from Uberchord. Thanks for having me here. So we teach people how to play the guitar. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, the first question that I always get is, how can we make money with that? Is there actually a market? Does that work? So to get that question out of the way, the 26 million active guitar players just in the United States, and when we take piano and singing into consideration, then we have a worldwide market of music learning of 12 billion per year. And this is not gear or books or video, it is just money that is being spent on learning. And in Germany alone, it's 1.5 billion per year. So the most interesting thing here is that 85% of those people who start to play an instrument actually give up in the first year. And the CEO of Fender said, if we can change that by reduce it by 10%. Now, the quote is all it would be 15 now. We would double the industry. And that is actually the lever that we're trying to achieve. Now, we are building a personal guitar teacher. guitar is the first instrument we tackle. The technology that we have works for other things as well. But first things first, so we don't want to do what everyone else is doing. We don't want to teach people mechanically where to put their fingers at the right spot at the right time, like those action games like Guitar Hero or Rocksmith or other apps that are out there. We want to make musicians. So we want to teach music as if it was a language, because essentially it is a language and it can be learned building block by building block, putting it all together so that you do not only learn how to play the instrument technically, but actually to understand it and ultimately make it yourself. So that's our vision. And so where are we there? So the first thing that we had to do is we had to teach a mobile device how to listen to an instrument. And it took us 2 years of full-time engineering, but now we have the world's most advanced polyphonic, that is chord recognition. So we use the microphone of the device to analyze the stack of frequencies and to use all the frequencies that have been played, so we can exactly tell what has been played on the guitar in real time. So we filed a patent for that, and that's still pending. And now we build a product around that. So ever since we launched the real version last year in January, we have been featured by Apple non-stop. Sometimes a bigger feature, sometimes a smaller, but we have been featured all the time. So we have more than 300,000 downloads. We have 1,300 plus reviews with an average of 4.8 out of 5, and I'm super, super, super proud of that. So, and then we have 30,000 monthly active users. So bear in mind, it doesn't sound much, but bear in mind that you do need a guitar in your hand to actually use our app. So then in November, last November, we introduced the paywall, so a subscription model of starting with $5 a month. We're going to bring that up to $10 a month and then ultimately to 20. That's the average of our competition. So we have now more than 650 subscribers, and that's not even optimized, so we're not pushing it onto them. It's just there, and they can subscribe if they want. We have a conversion rate of 1 to 2% of downloads to subscriptions. In Germany, it's actually higher. In China, it's super low. In the US, it's 1.5%. And what I really like is what the users have to say about us. So if you look at this quote from behind there, it's probably hard to read. So I have just one complaint. This is so mind-blowingly addictive. I have blisters on my fingers. And for those who know the Beatles, you know, blisters on my fingers is one of what the Beatles screamed after one of their songs. So it's a very nice reference to the Beatles. Okay, so, but this is only part of the story. The other part is, how do we get all of our customers? And how can we make even more money out of this? So 2% of all searches in Google are about lyrics. That's a pretty large number. And turns out that the music community is a very vibrant one, a very large one. So the search volume for chords and lyrics for songs is equally huge. And the most popular site, Ultimate Guitar, is super ugly, terrible to use. They slap unrelated advertising in your face, and it is even inaccurate. So when you try to learn a song from Ultimate Guitar, you will most likely end up with wrong chords playing at the wrong time. And yet it has millions of active daily users. And the clue is they have 1.1 million popular songs on the platform, and it's all user-generated. So no one created that for them. Well, sorry, they didn't create it for themselves. The users did. And so we thought we'd bring it all home. So we create this teacher that teaches you how to play the guitar, songs, and everything else. And then we create a platform that becomes an ultimate guitar killer. We tried to work with them. They were super arrogant. They didn't even really want to talk to us. They said, we're not in the position to make money next year with you. We make money tomorrow. So thanks, bye-bye. So we decided to create a killer for them. Is my time over? Or what does that mean? Okay, cool. So
I think that's the Academy playing you off the stage.
Right. So, and what we're going to build is a Stack Overflow for music notation. So bringing it together for the users out there and our app users. Thanks.
I think you could probably get there a lot faster with that, but
Probably.
let me see if I can summarize and tell me if I'm on target. So you have a Rap Genius-like site for chords, sort of?
That's the part of the platform, you mean? Yes. So
yeah.
the platform is actually a user acquisition channel. So we allow users to create all those nice notations for themselves. It's free; they can access it. It's an SEO honeypot for Google, and that drives users to the app.
Okay, and I just said it's Rap Genius for chords. Correct or not correct?
Correct.
Okay, great. Second thing is you're going to attract users by building up this corpus of user-generated content of chords, and then you're going to help them play it?
Yes, there's a button attached to each song. When you press it, the app opens, and you can interactively learn that with your guitar in hand.
Okay, so you're sort of changing the game in terms of the content being previously just lyrics and chords, and you're going to say, hey, we're going to use that as a hook to launch an app that I can play along with.
Yes, but so the emphasis is actually on the app. So the app is actually what is totally unique. So there's no such thing. This is a personal guitar teacher. It picks you up at nothing, at zero. You haven't even touched a guitar, and you end up actually playing songs. You learn the chords, the strumming patterns, the rhythm, the tempo, everything. So, and it's continuously adaptive. So it listens to you and adapts to your personal progress. The platform is just there to drive millions of users onto the platform and from the platform to the app.
Yeah, if I can try, it's something I see very often in Europe is that people don't get that pitching is about dating, not getting married with the kids. So to give you an image, like the feeling I have, you have a great product. Dev is trying to simplify your pitch, and the only thing you do is to say, no, I'm not exactly that. On the day we met, I was wearing a red dress, not a black dress.
No, I was wearing a chartreuse dress.
Yeah, and so, like, I think pitching is about dating in the sense that if you meet someone for the first time, you don't tell all your life. You just give them a reason to sleep with you, and then maybe
That's the French way.
then maybe they will know more about yourself.
How about just a reason for a second date instead of
That's the American way. That's true. But so
I'm sorry, you're from France. I forgot. Right.
So that's the French way. But in whatever the goal is, at least it's a simple goal with a simple target. And like the fact that you have an SEO honeypot that bring user that way, like keep that for yourself. I mean, like what is great is that maybe I will be able to achieve my dream of playing guitars. That's huge.
But I thought
like,
the SEO honeypot was the actual business.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I thought was interesting because it's like Rap Genius but for chords.
Yeah, but like, is it that the business or is it about learning music?
It's the B2B part. So we have a B2C and a B2B2B2C part, and that means we built this learning experience for
Wait, can I ask
people.
you said that Ultimate Guitar Site gets 65 million monthly actives?
Monthly uniques.
Monthly uniques, right, whatever.
Yeah.
So how do they make money?
Ads. And they make millions.
Okay, and you said they look shitty and...
They look totally shitty.
Okay, so why not just do their business model slightly better?
Because I think we would be
simple.
not going to our full potential. I think we have much more potential
Okay,
than
but
that.
why not just start there? Anyway, you can do whatever you want. I'm just saying the simplification of that pitch is there's these really shitty people on the internet who do crappy honeypots for chord music. Playing chord music? I guess we're printing chord music. And we can do that a lot better with both an app and, I don't know, positive user experience or something. Anyway, you're fine. You're beautiful just as you are.
Well, thanks.
Maybe simplifying that pitch a little bit.
On the positive side of things, I was trying to learn to play the guitar for like 5 years and never got there. So I could have used this very well back in the days.
You can still use it, so it's
it's
available on the App Store. Just download it, and it's a premium model, so try.
No bad excuses anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Okay, I think you got a business there somewhere.
Yeah, I think so too. I have to admit that
Might have
I
too
have
many.
too many.
Might have like 2 or 3 there, but.
I have too many slides, and I didn't get to the end of the pitch. So
But 19 slides for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
is quite
I
a bit.
was a
Just
bit.
saying.
Yeah, I was a bit optimistic. Yeah, so apologies on that. It's a pretty sophisticated model of an app and a platform working together, and it's hard to bring that
Okay,
across in 5 minutes.
I will do it in another way, like that. It will be something I share with everyone. During years, it always surprised me why so many dumb people succeed. It was one of the big mystery in my life, why so many dumb people succeed. And then I started to meet way too smart entrepreneurs, and then I got it why dumb people succeed. Because dumb people, they focus, they do it stupidly, like the one that is shady and everything. And the problem is that your model is so sophisticated, your brain goes so far that we cannot follow you. So think about that. Think about the fact that maybe you are way too smart for most of the people, and that one of your job as an entrepreneur is to speak to people that are less smart than you, not more smart than you. Because speaking to more smart people is not a go-to-market strategy.
I don't.
That's what we my...
I don't get the concept with that you mean I'm smart. I don't understand.
I think you're very smart. You are
kidding.
No, but you are building something really impressive. Like, a lot of people will build 5 business out of that.
He's trying to kiss your ass while criticizing you at the same time. Your pitch is too fucking complicated and long, period. Full stop. Make it shorter, make it simpler, make it, like, sexier.
Yes, Dad.
That's it. But you do probably have a business there somewhere.
Can I start? Okay. Good evening. We are Boost. We are a platform for managing autoimmune diseases. This is Lydia. She's a designer. She's our CPO. That's Mikkel. He's an engineer. He's also a data scientist, and that's me. My name is Vedrana. I'm a scientist. I'm an entrepreneur. I've spent 15 years in academia, 2 years as director of science, and I do these things because I'm very passionate and driven by empowering people around their health. I have my own, a little bit selfish agenda. I have a disease called Hashimoto's. Hashimoto's is an autoimmune disease where our immune system attacks and destroys our thyroid gland. This is the gland that is located in our neck, and it's responsible for all of our energy and all of our metabolism. So this disease is the most common autoimmune disease. I'm not the only one that has it. There is approximately 12% of us worldwide that has this condition. And the only treatment that is available now is a pill that replaces destroyed thyroid. However, this disease is more than destroyed thyroid, and there is no treatment for that. Current medicine is simply not prescribing any management options. And that's really bad because, and this is a little bit sad, Hashimoto's can also lead to a lot of healthcare complications. They're named here, but also on a day-to-day basis. If you're not managing your disease properly, then you're not going to be able to function 100%, you're not going to be able to focus, and you're just going to have a really crappy life. So I'm old. I tried to manage my disease first with Excel sheets. Then I kind of like with digitalization, I moved into an app space. And I tried a couple of apps. Unfortunately, none of these apps did it for me because they didn't have this personal touch. They were not wholesome. And I didn't feel that actually they are kind of like coaching me through my really crappy periods of health. So at that point, we decided to build Boost. And this is Boost Today, where you can record your symptoms and their intensity on a daily basis. You can have an overview of your symptoms and talk to your doctor or medical healthcare professional. You can be reminded to take action, like taking pill or anything else, any other activity that is important for your health, and you can get scientifically vetted information. In the future, we want really to become a coach for patients. We want to also, with our in-house algorithms, provide smart warnings, smart predictions of health, and we want to connect global patient population with academia and push research on this autoimmune condition forward. We have launched in beta in January this year, both on Android and iOS. We have a little bit more than 100 users. And we are very much focused on growing our community, which is around scientifically sound and medically proven knowledge. And it's not only 3 of us that is part of the team. We have engineers, advisors, and some of the world's most renowned institutions as our collaborators. So basically, why can we do it? Our mission is to empower patients by giving them tools, by giving them information and knowledge to deal better with their condition. We have done it before. We have been parts of other teams that have executed this successfully. We combine award-winning science with award-winning design and then experience of a patient. We want to build a wholesome platform for immune health for everyone out there. And our passion is user design and patient-driven research. So in summary, the problem is inadequate disease management, which leads to a lot of health complications. And the need is to record symptoms, to understand disease, to have better conversation with your healthcare professionals, and also to push research forward. So the solution is a wholesome platform which would enable people to have a carefree, healthy life and to age well. This is a quote from one of our beta users. I will read it to you, although I'm sure that you can see it from there. Now I have more control over my disease. I can reflect my living and how I structured my day and my week. Thank you. And with this, I thank you as well.
Could you maybe say a few words about how you make money or how you plan to make money?
We are not making money yet, so the initial idea is to have a free app for everyone to use, and that would be a basic structure, because we simply don't want to have any walls for kind of like for sick people to have to pay. But for example, coaching, that would be one thing, so like having a personal coach and very personalized information. Then the other thing would be we could have also certain subscriptions where people would have more advanced analytics, more kind of cutesy, gamified way. Also to have a better kind of like information transfer to their doctors. So instead of printing out some PDF, maybe there would be more advanced thing. And that would be B2C way. And then of course B2B would be talking to industry, because this drug for underactive thyroid, that's the second most prescribed drug in US and in Europe. So there are a lot of side effects. There is a lot of problems with compliance, and pharma industry is also struggling a lot with that. So we could provide them business intelligence. And we also want to do that with research and academia, although they are a little bit more poor than pharma, but they still have some money to kind of use the data. So that's kind of like in a nutshell what we are thinking about now.
Just a question, could you use the data in order to adjust the dose of the drug, basically?
Yeah, that's also the idea. So basically, if you would track the intensity of certain symptoms, so how tired you are, you can show it also to your doctor and say, okay, I feel like I'm getting more and more tired, so they will up the medication dose. The same is for the new patients. They are kind of like a group that is especially vulnerable because they don't know where to start. So they need a lot of information. One would be really when they get medication for the first time, sometimes it's too high, sometimes it's too low, so it's really good to keep track, but also to get a lot of other information.
I think when I started to understand it was the last
slide?
The last slide.
Good.
I think, yeah, but you should put this at the beginning.
Okay.
Because then I actually understood the need much more better in the end.
Thank you. Thank you.
The 12% number just seems astonishingly high.
It is astonishingly high. It's similar to diabetes type 2. So diabetes type 2, just to give you a feel, in a research field in the last 10 years, there was 250,000 scientific publications. About Hashimoto, there was around 5,000. Diabetes type 2 is also a disease that occurs in both male and female. Hashimoto's is predominantly female-driven disease, and it takes much longer time for people to actually feel very sick from it. Diabetes kills quite fast in comparison.
And a lot of people that have it doesn't know that they have it.
A lot of people that have it, they don't know. So there is a 60% of people that do not know that they have it. And even for
How
people...
do you find out? Sorry to interrupt.
So basically you're tired, you get fat, you kind of like start losing hair. You have
Wait, I have
brain
this disease.
Yeah, I see. It's called old age as well.
There's no pill against that.
Yeah.
Damn it.
That was an occasion to sell you up.
So I think you should spend more time on the slide where you said 12%, because you kind of moved on fast for that. And I think that was a market sort of
Size.
definition
Yeah.
slide.
Yeah.
But you didn't put a number on it. You just said 12%.
No, I did.
You didn't. Did you say how big it actually is in terms of dollars or euros?
No, I didn't put it.
But
just,
can you say that? Just on curing it and the medication and the treatment.
Well, basically I can. Then it's like a $30 billion a year market because of all of the.
It's a big
side
number.
It is a big number, but it's taking in consideration basically this.
So I think you gave a very comprehensive presentation, but it was very clinical, and I think you should maybe consider your audience for this presentation is more investors,
Human?
less. No. We're evil, actually, evil
Yeah,
fucks.
but
What I meant to say is you're talking about this more like talking to the person who might have the problem issue, and I think you want to kind of give us more. Here's the market size and potential dollars from an investor standpoint. And if you want to tell the personal side of it, I would make it very personal and just talk about someone, yourself or others, who's kind of has that problem, but then tie it back to the spend. Because I think that's maybe the part where you don't have to spend a lot of time on it, because I think we've figured out it's going to be valuable to people, but just to drive home that, hey, this is probably under-emphasized sort of disease that's highly prevalent.
okay, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, you have all the elements there. I think it's just kind of making it a little quicker.
Thank you.
I think, if we had more time, I might ask questions about how do you encourage growth and acquisition. That's probably one of the areas I might have some questions about.
Hey, you hear me? Yeah, okay. So my name is Nick, and I'm one of the founders of Lookaround. It's a mobile travel app that uses 360-degree videos to answer the ultimate question, what to do in the city I'm traveling to. So it's like Head Out on steroids. You invested in Head Out.
Yeah, that was just for me, okay.
Yeah.
I got that, but I don't think anybody else did.
Yeah.
How do you remember that with 1,800 companies?
I know about a third of them, but sometimes I wouldn't recognize it. That one's
Fair
doing
enough.
well, so I kind of know it.
So, a little background. We live in a mobile world where everything is mobile, and you wouldn't be surprised if I told you that according to research done by Expedia, more than 60% of leisure travelers believe that mobile is the most important item when traveling, and they wouldn't travel without their smartphone. And they actually consider it more important than toothpaste or deodorant, which is kind of gross. But there is a problem. Current mobile travel apps are limited and outdated, both in terms of functionality and content, and they cannot merge the inspiration and booking part when it comes to traveling. And as a result, 54% of leisure travelers switch to web because of bad mobile experience. And that's why we're building Lookaround. It's a next-generation mobile travel guide that uses 360-degree video content to inspire travelers to explore and experience more while traveling. And Lookaround is two main things. First, it's a marketplace where you can book tickets to museums, attractions, tours, but you can preview these attractions, tours, and activities via 360-degree video. So more immersive content that allows you to get more inspiration what to do. And second, it is the first ever in the world travel vlog that uses exclusively 360-degree video content from local insiders to on topics such as shopping, eating out, sightseeing, or anything else that you'll be interested to do in a city. And you can see that all content curated into nice collections for the ultimate answer to the question what to do in Berlin, London, Paris, and so on. So how do we make money? We take 20% cuts on all tickets we sell to the marketplace. And how do we plan to get people on the platform? So first, quick background on what everyone is doing there. So companies like, Get Your Guide, Viator, and companies like Headout, they focus on bringing users organically and via paid advertising. But what they do is they do blog articles where they try to lean on users via Google search results, and this is where the majority of the market is. So if you type in top 10 things to do, 3 things to do in New York, which is an article written by Headout, on Google, you see Headout on the 4th page of Google search results, which shows that it's very crowded market. Whereas for video content, nobody is doing video content in travel, more or less. We published our first video last week for our travel vlog, and we are already on the 1st page of Google video results and YouTube results without any effort, any marketing spending. And we believe we're building Lookaround in the perfect market conditions. First, content is still king in travel.
Explain why you're ranked so highly?
Because there is no competition. So nobody is producing video content for travel. Everyone is producing written content for travel. So that's why when you type in the article, the exact title of the article that Headout wrote about top 10 free things to do in New York, you can see the Headout blog article on 4th page because there are so many other magazines or marketplaces that wrote an article about that. Whereas about videos, and not to mention 360 video, nobody has done that. And why 360, why now? We believe that content is still king in travel, especially if you think about, as you mentioned, Airbnb early and Hotel Tonight. And second, because 360 video content has finally reached desirable quality. 360 videos or VR videos used to be quite shit before. And now with 4K streaming quality being on par with normal video, we can actually produce compelling content. And you can check that out on our travel vlog on YouTube. We have an astonishing team. 3 founders of a team of 8. Thank you.
So I think the essence of what you're going after there is kind of that last piece. So making the observation that there's arbitrage opportunity between high popular keywords for travel and low volume of high quality video. I'm not sure I believe you, but I think probably some truth to that statement. I was just doing a search now to see whether that was true or not.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't lie to you, any of you guys, so...
but you can be wrong.
We actually think you probably would, but yeah, go on.
No, so what you mentioned about the arbitrary opportunity in travel when it comes to video content compared to regular...
Not arbitrary, arbitrage, but yes.
Yeah, yeah, in all fair honesty, what Get Your Guide and everyone else is doing just clickbait marketing by just saying top 10 things, 3 things to do.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, the quick statement is video is becoming reasonable on most mobile. There's not very many high production quality, keyword relevant videos. We're producing that in volume.
Exactly.
And then I think you'd have to just convince us that there isn't anybody else doing that, because if what you're saying is true, there should be lots of people trying to do that.
Yeah, and pay attention with this kind of arguments, because if you are right and everybody is wrong, it will not take long for everyone else to notice that they are wrong.
We'll have a year
and then they will do
head start.
So head start is never like be first move, is a very fictional advantage in business.
No, I think you're totally right, and we don't claim to be the smartest guys.
No, don't tell him he's right. Tell him he's completely fucking wrong, and then beat him back. No, you're fucking wrong, and here's why.
Yeah, but you see, I'm not, so.
I think you're totally right, and I think that it's something that many people would assume that it's a good opportunity. We are one of the first guys that decided to embark on this and try to build a company out of this opportunity.
So how do you keep your advantage on the long term?
Well, in the long term, it's because of the technology that we're currently building for 360 videos. So we're currently building field of view-based adaptive streaming, which will allow us to reduce the required bandwidth for watching a 360 video by 75%, and employing other different techniques. The total.
So if I may, next time you do a pitch like that, and because I know you demo, start by showing a video, because you are saying you are the first one to do videos and you do only text. So it's like strange. So just show a 360 immersive video, exactly the one I saw the last time one of you pitched me.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah.
Mark pitched me. It was very impressive. It convinced me. You did, like, it's like you are trying to explain intellectually something we should feel emotionally, because everyone here needs to understand that they need to travel because they see a place in 360. And also, I'm surprised that you don't talk about VR, because all this content will be a huge strategic advantage if VR take off.
This was my first thought when I heard it. It's like, it's great content for VR, right?
Yeah. So we get many arguments from people that when we say VR, we are actually confusing people. So that's why we rather use the word 360, because VR, it's...
No, sure. I'm saying that
when you put a
better pitch will be like, look, and people will say, wow. And then, like, I can produce that at scale because ABC, then Dave will be ready to invest. And you say, and you know what, even more impressive, that will be unique content in the future when VR will be a market, and then Mathias invests.
Yeah, I like that transition.
And so he pay a low valuation, he pay a high valuation, and I don't pay valuation, and everybody's happy. So you see, like, bring people on board with you. Of course, 360 is a much better word. There is no doubt about that. There is no doubt about the fact that you have to put your pitch in a much more concrete and emotional way, because let's be honest, this is not a problem. You're not solving a problem. Nobody's at home and be like, darling, this year we don't travel. I didn't see any 360 videos. So, like, that will never happen. So if that doesn't happen, it means that you're selling vitamins, and vitamins are not sold with brand, they are sold with heart. Because you have to convince people that here, it will be much more like something, darling, you know what? I saw this amazing video about Florence, and I think we should go right now.
But let's say the video is so amazing, I actually don't have to go anymore.
That's even better.
Oh, that's terrible. I think if you want to do the academic argument, you should probably compare conversion rates for normal video and then the 360 video. Because I thought what you were going to say is we rank higher in video search because it's a 360 video, and we monetize better because conversion rates are higher. But I don't know if that's true or not.
But it's maybe a thing that Google is doing at the moment in order to push those video formats. But the moment everyone is doing it, it's not that much of a competitive advantage anymore in terms of SEO and so on, right?
Well, Google doesn't push 360 videos, only Facebook. So, for example, on Facebook, we got 7,000 views just like that out of nothing. And for YouTube, just to compare, we got like only 200 views because we didn't do any marketing on it or anything, but it's still on the first page because there is just no other content that corresponds to these keywords.
Okay, so go fast. You don't give the feeling that you are going fast enough. If that what you say is true, you have to go faster.
Yeah, we agree.
It's it's only about that.
I think you should probably throw in, because smart people, we continue to rank higher, because our app has amazing algorithms or something. That's why it continues to rank high. But I have the same skepticism. I think there's an element of opportunity here in that there's arbitrage on video content. Video content is becoming more prevalent. Conversion rates to travel probably are higher for your content. And that's the last piece that I'm not quite sure about.
Can you really say that, actually?
Yeah, so 360 video content compared to horizontal video is 18 times. higher.
To purchase in the end? Or
No, high engagement level.
engagement, okay. And if you then
Yeah,
link
but the
it to-
problem is how do you define engagement? Because 360 video, you have to be fucking engaged to look the video. So of course you are more engaged because you have to do that.
Yeah,
So how
yeah.
do you measure? Why?
No, but to put it into perspective, so the best type of content you currently have in the travel sector is just horizontal images. That's what everyone else is doing in the tours and activity sector, not talking about hotels and so on. So if you compare horizontal pictures to videos, it's already twice better, the videos. But then vertical video to horizontal video, it's 9 times better for vertical video. And then when you have vertical video compared to 360 video, it's twice to 3 times better than vertical video.
Okay, so you should create some slides that say just what you said,
Yeah.
and show me those numbers and like make sure that we believe
But then
that.
at the end of the day, you want to see that it translates into real money. Also, that you have higher
Yeah,
conversion
yeah.
on these. I don't know, that people click more on it. You have more.
Yeah, so just to be quite honest with you guys, what we did first was a mistake. We first built the marketplace, and then we realized, okay, we need to bring people to the marketplace. So that's why we need to build the vlog with the 360 content, which is gonna create this opportunity for us. So we
You
started.
don't know yet.
I mean,
That's fine. No worry.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think you could probably work in this is the half step to VR.
Yeah.
Because right now the audience for VR is probably limited. The audience for 360 video is probably larger.
Yeah.
Not sure
So
about
for 360, there is no friction because you can use just your mobile phone. So no VR headset needed. And the problem of VR industry in general is that there are technical solutions, but there is no content. So
your pitch should be like, all these assholes are building VR content, and there's no market there. We're building 360 videos, and there's plenty of market. And then when the VR market matures, we'll be ready to flip to VR.
Yeah.
Que la famille.